Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Line Fishing. Eric here, and what we're going to do in today's time is we're going to show you how to make a custom fit rod sock for either your casting outfit or spinning outfit. Had several requests from a last video I did where I kind of mentioned, hey, we could show you guys how to do these. We're going to show you guys today how to do those quick, easy, and affordable. So stick around, it's going to be good. Okay, so to make the sleeve for this bait caster, first off we're going to use 1-inch PET sleeve, braided sleeve. This just happens to be black and blue, 1-inch, 100 foot. You can get them in spools from Amazon. You can get an assortment of colors, whichever one you like. Pair of scissors, screwdriver, a Sharpie, some 3/8 shrink wrap, a pair of needle nose pliers, heat gun, and just an old soldering iron. First off, your tubing is going to come and it's going to be shredded. It's going to be like that. It's just going to be frayed. So what I like to do, if you don't heat this up, melt it apart, it will fray out, and then you have a big mess that just come undone over the life of the rod sock. So you melt that apart. So once you melt that apart, you want to pull this apart. You don't want it sticking together. You may have to get the screwdriver up in there, get it apart. Okay, from there, once you get this apart, you're going to fold this back on itself. Oh, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, it really doesn't matter. You're going to slide your screwdriver end up on there. And all this for, we're going to heat this and it will form that screwdriver. Doesn't take much. If you do use a torch on this, you have to be really careful because it will melt the braid, and you got to start back over from square one. But that makes a form right there. What this does, this hole, you can use whatever you want as long as it is bigger than your last eyelet. That's all it's got to slip over. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to make one more fold back on this just to kind of hide those frayed edges, make it look a little better. So the finished end is going to look like this. At this point, we'll make sure we got plenty of braid out. We're going to take this nice G Loomis rod. We're going to slide this down to where you want the end of this rod sock at. Now you can have it up here, you can have it wherever you want. For this one, I'm going to make it just right here because you really don't want it going over the hook. It'll get caught in the hook and you might cause you problems later on. So we've got it where we want it there. On this end, find the end of our rod and we make a mark about 1.5 inches, 2 inches from the end of the rod. That is where we are going to melt that end of the braid and put the finishing touches on it. So you can see my mark. Melt that apart. Now this end, I'm not concerned about getting this apart because I'm going to fold it up anyway. But I'm going to cut about, 2 inches or so, 1.5 inches of tubing there. I'm going to roll this up, slide this tubing over the end of it, leave 1/4 inch so over the end. Take the heat gun. We'll melt this shrink tube. Once that's shrunk down and good and hot, we'll take the needle nose pliers and we'll crimp that in. Makes a nice end where nothing's going to come in it. It'll help seal this. Just looks prettier. From there, you have made you a rod sock that will protect your G-Loomis or whatever rod of choice you have.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Wanted to mention one more thing. If you're going to do a rod sock, rod sleeve for a spinning outfit, as far as the spinning outfit goes, this is the braid here. It's 1.5 inches that you're going to want to use for that, and the shrink tubing on it is going to be 1/2 inch. Okay, and I'll show you why, and you probably know, but obviously on a bait casting outfit or a casting rod, you've got the small guides. Some even have the micro guides. On a spinning outfit, especially this bottom guide is much bigger, this line guide, so you're going to have this larger sock to be able to fit over that all the way down. So that's why you're going to want to use that larger size of this sock braid right here to go over it. Now you can see on this one, we used to do these with them turned in. Now we do them turned out. The reason being, they tend to catch when you pull them off. They tend to want to catch sometimes on that guide. It doesn't do it too bad, but once in a while it does. It's kind of annoying. Also, if you guys want to see a little trick or a little hack as far as being able to keep these rod socks down when they're in transport in your rod locker on your boat, wherever you may have them, I'll put a link down in the description also to the hack video where I'll show you a little trick using a safety pin and a rubber band to keep this down as well. Once again, thank you guys for joining us today. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, subscribe. Consider subscribing to the channel because it really helps me out. Also, we're going to have a couple more videos coming out in the next couple weeks I think you'll enjoy. In the meantime, remember, get out there and fish.